do you think you're gonna get?
I think I'm gonna get, where is it? No, I don't. Oh, this.
And then I'm gonna wanna also do 2 sausage and cheese kolaches.
2 sausage and cheese. You guys want the regular ones or
I want the big old ones.
Big ones?
Yeah. We get the big sausage. Okay, all right, I'll take the regular ones, it's fine. Regulars is fine.
Regular is just fine.
All right. And then can I get 2 large Dr. Peppers? Yeah. My wife's waving at me right now. All right, so what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You guys just saw us get a little bit of a breakfast break in this morning. It's just after 9 a.m. and my son and I, Logan, are going to have a photography challenge today, as I mentioned in my last video. Hope you guys enjoy what you're about to see. We're gonna go see what he can do with the camera since he's been practicing for the past couple weeks, and we're gonna have a little pro versus amateur face-off. So you guys stay tuned and enjoy this video. How do you think you're gonna do today in the challenge?
Well, today I'm gonna be trying my very hardest to get the best quality photos that I can. I'm gonna try and go for angles and contrast for today.
Those are some big words. Where'd you learn those words from?
I learned them from Evan and from videos I've watched on YouTube.
Who's your favorite YouTuber to watch in regards to pictures?
FranckNStyne.com.
Ooh, or what's his name?
Jared Poland.
All right, shout out Jared Poland. What's up everybody? We have made it here. We are just east of downtown at the Graffiti Tourist Park. We're gonna be using this as our location to do this this photo challenge today with a amateur versus a pro. So the rules of this challenge are we're gonna walk probably about 3 blocks and we're each gonna take 5 pictures. After that, he's gonna select his 3 favorite. I'm gonna select my 3 favorite. We are not gonna do any editing afterwards. It's just gonna be straight out of the camera. The amateur will be shooting on fully automatic. Now he might do manual focus depending on what he wants to do, but I'm gonna be shooting on full manual. So we're just gonna get into it and see what happens.
Okay, I'm gonna start right here.
You're gonna start here? Okay. Remember, you have 360 direction. It's just this one spot that you chose.
Right.
Okay. All right, number 5. All right, now so it's my turn. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to full manual now, and I have to stay right here. But again, I have 360 view. I can take a picture of anywhere from right here. All right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to location number 2 now. He's gonna pick everything in front of me so that he doesn't watch me and get ideas from me. I want him to think about his own stuff. So he's picking out location 2 and we're gonna go there now. Right here?
Yes.
What'd you think about that?
I think I did pretty good.
Go closer. Ah, I wasted one. You wasted one. You can see it right there.
Okay.
You can see it right there. 5. All right, so.
Location number 3.
How's it going so far?
I think I'm doing very well. There's only been one photo that I didn't really like because I zoomed in too far and then misclicked it. So I think I'm doing pretty well though.
All right, so we're here at spot number 3, just on the other side of the building. Logan has picked this as our final spot. Do you have anything that you see right off the bat that you think you're gonna capture?
The astronauts.
The astronauts, okay, the astronauts. All right, well, I'll step back and I'll let you do your thing. That's 2. How many is that?
3. Last one.
Last one.
Okay guys, that's 5 photos. I got all mine.
I gotta switch back to manual mode. It's a little hot out here for this jacket though. That was number 5. And we're done. All right, guys, so that concludes our little time here in East Downtown. So we're gonna take this home. He's gonna pick 3 of his favorite pictures from today. I'm gonna pick my 3, and we're gonna sit down in a little while and we're gonna compare them and kind of see who we think did better. So stay tuned and we'll see you guys around. All right, everybody, so we are back and we are now back home sitting down, and we are going to go over the pictures that we took this afternoon in our photo challenge. So Logan and I have already selected our 3 favorite photos. We picked 1 from each spot that we did, and we're gonna kind of look at those right now. We're gonna go back and forth and kind of see what we both liked and maybe didn't like about the pictures that we took, and just discuss them from there. So let's get into the first one here. All right, Logan, this was your first picture that you took here. Tell me why you took this picture and what you like about this picture.
I took this picture because I noticed that I didn't take a photo of this top area. And what I like about it is that it has a variety of stuff. It's not just focused on one thing. It's not focused on one thing. It's focused on nothing. It's just everything that's there.
Okay, so you wanted to get as much in focus in the picture as kind of wide as you could. It does look like you zoomed in a little bit from maybe where we were standing, but I understand what you did. So what I like about this picture is I like all of the vertical lines that you see. You see vertical line like here, you see a vertical line here, you see another one here. And it also contrasts where this one's light, this part is dark, and this part is dark to light. So it kind of has this like wave effect. And I think that's what's really cool about this picture. I think if you maybe would have zoomed out just a little bit more and not cut off Mr. Kobe Bryant here, maybe got a little bit wider, it could have been cool. But I really like the vertical lines that you got through there.
This 2D looks 3D.
Kinda, yeah, it kind of goes backwards. All right, so this is your favorite picture from the second spot.
Yes.
What about why did you take this picture, and what do you like about it? And what do you maybe not like about it?
What I like about it is the colors. There's more than just one certain color, and instead of it just being bland, there's looks of texture. Like right here, it looks not just flat.
Gotcha, okay. So you like the visual texture from the stuff on the wall?
Yes.
Not the paintings, but the things that are on the wall, like the doors here and the bricks?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And
is there anything
colors.
that you don't like about the picture?
Yes, I cut off a lot of these things. If I were to maybe zoom in more or zoom out more, I could have gotten those and made it not just look cut off.
Okay, so probably zoom out if you don't want to cut them off.
Right.
If you zoom in, you might cut them off a little bit more. I think you're right about this picture. I like the colors. Again, because you're an amateur, you shot on full auto, camera kind of does that for you, but you picked the spot, so you put yourself in the best light to capture a really good picture. I also agree with you. I like the visual texture of the bricks. Yeah, I mean, overall, a good picture. The top here has a little bit of blue sky showing through, so that's kind of cool. And this is from your third spot. We have your favorite picture from this spot. Now, can you tell me why this picture is your favorite picture?
I like it because of it looks like this is a street, it like looks like a puzzle piece. Like if you took that out, it wouldn't look like a full picture. It looked like it was like building up off of the bricks.
Oh, so this is like a base?
Yeah, it looked like a base for me, and that right there made it to where it just built up, and then
so it looks like it's coming out of what I think this was an awning, a concrete awning coming off the building?
Yes.
That's cool. Is there anything you don't like about the picture?
Again, I cut off lots of the words here, and I think I could have made it to where this was in here, this white stuff right here.
So overall, just framing for this
Yes.
picture, you just think
Yes,
it wasn't
framing.
framed 100% good?
Yes.
Yeah, I could agree with you there. It's still okay. It still has that base, like as if this was the horizon, so that's good. I'll tell you the one thing I don't like about the spot that you picked was the sun was right behind us, and so it was bouncing off that wall really, really bright. And I think almost any picture that we took in that spot probably wasn't gonna be the best picture just because of how bright it was.
Right.
All right, so are you ready to look at my pictures?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna look at my pictures. As we mentioned before, I shot everything on fully manual on the camera.
Yeah.
Let's look at my favorites from spot number 1. I went with the majestic, as always, Mr. Kobe Bryant. What do you think about the picture here? What do you like, dislike?
I like the visual texture and the mixture of colors.
I would agree with you. I think the visual texture is cool. One thing I wish I would have done is I wish I would have pumped the contrast a little bit more, maybe adjust my shutter speed and have this purple and all of this kind of more contrasted out. It looks a little bright for me. But the one thing that I do really, really like about it is, so you remember the rule of thirds thing we were talking about? You may have saw it on YouTube there, but this line right here is a corner. So that corner turns and goes into the back, but it almost lines up perfectly on that rule of thirds area and then quickly contrasts what's right next to it. So that was kind of my favorite part of that picture, and that's why I chose that one.
One thing that I wish you could have done is zoomed out a little more so that you could have gotten his name and the rest of his head, because you cut off his head.
Yeah, I did that on purpose just to kind of give it something interesting, because if I did zoom out a little bit more, I had more on the outside that I did not want. So that's why I did that, but I can understand, you know, what you're looking at there. So,
I see.
All right, so we'll move on to my second picture here. All right, so my second picture, I did not, obviously, shoot anything related to graffiti.
Right.
I wanted to think outside the box with this and kind of shoot something that, you know, wasn't related to graffiti, and I turned around and you just so happened to be behind me, so I framed you up right in the center and snapped a picture of you. Now, what I will say about this picture that I don't like is it's not properly exposed. You can see that there's blown out highlights on your shoulders here, and because the ground behind you is very white as well, there's not a lot of separation from the background. The one thing I do like about it though is this weird line up top, which I think is just like a part of the building or a crack in the street. It kind of looks like a paper rip. So I thought that was kind of cool. But other than that, photos, okay. Is it super interesting? Maybe, maybe not. You know, it's compared to everything else we shot, it's outside of the box. So it's interesting to look at, but overall, I think I could have done maybe a little bit better at this location. The second one was my least favorite one that we shot.
What I do like about it is, even though there's a lot of white and light spaces, the camera kind of like separates that. And I do kind of like the highlights right there because it like makes the shirt more interesting. It makes it like dark to light, like you said in my first photo.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Well, I thought I'd get extra points because I didn't shoot cinematography. I went outside the box, so maybe I'll get extra points for that. And this was my last one that I shot. The number one reason I think I like this picture the most is because I have it like off tilted a little bit, and I really like the bars and how they kind of are lead lines, especially with the roof as well. They kind of lead in a direction going back that way. I think it's balanced pretty well. We have a lot of stuff in the foreground here, almost nothing over here. So it contrasts in this blue area of the sky.
I do like it's like dark and then it gets to light over here, and it's kind of the same thing over here. It's like, oh, and I like the shadows of the wires in the background. I like
I didn't even really notice that. I thought that was part of the bricks or something.
It's the shadows, and it kind of leads you to the main shadow. I really like that about the photo.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good too. All right, so I'm gonna have you give me a grade and I'll give you a grade on how well I think you did, and then we'll see who we think won. If you could give me a grade, let's do letter grade. A, B, C, D, F.
A, B, C, D,
right?
Wait,
no,
ABC?
do you get an E?
No.
A, B, C, D, F. Overall, how well do you think I did?
I would say I would give you a B.
A B, okay.
Yes.
I would also give myself a B. Remember what I told you? Whenever we take pictures, out of 100, how many maybe we might get?
5?
Yeah, maybe you might get 5. Well, we only shot 15 today, and we had to pick 3, so it definitely is very hard. I would also give myself a B.
You have a B plus. I would give.
B plus? Okay,
Yeah.
thanks for the plus. I'll take the plus. I think I get the plus for doing something out of the box. Okay,
Yes,
great.
yeah.
I'll do that. All right, so if I had to give you a grade as a full-on amateur, I think I would also have to give you a B.
I would give myself a B too.
I think that you did very well with picking out the things that you wanted in your shot. You did really well at, once you figured out what you wanted in your shot, kind of adjusting, because I did see that, you know, I noticed me and you each, we wasted a picture. I think you did really well for somebody who's maybe, what, you've taken pictures with that kind of camera, maybe what, 3 or 4 times?
I would say 3.
3 or 4 times. Yeah. Overall, I think you did really well. I think now we need to have the people who watch this video go vote in the comments and tell us who you think won.
Yep, rate it.
Rate us, he says, rate it. What is the number one thing that you learned today, Logan?
Number one thing is to always try my best to zoom out and get everything in a frame.
Okay, so just kind of be more meticulous about your framing and your composition.
Yes.
I think that I learned a pretty good deal as well. I learned, one, to be a little bit more patient. I think I wasted a couple of my pictures in the whole process. We will be putting up these pictures probably on my Instagram, so you guys can check them out as well. You can see all the ones that we picked and then all the other ones that we just shot. You know, even though I shot on full manual and he shot on fully automatic, it just goes to show you that sometimes you can't even tell the difference. There's little things, and usually it's in the framing or the composition of a photo, where you can really tell pro versus amateur. I think that's probably what it was for the most of today, because our shots did come out pretty similar as far as the contrast and the colors and everything. There's a few that varied, but for the most part, camera doing all the work or the artist doing all the work, a lot of what it's gonna come down to is your composition and your framing. I think that's gonna be a big thing that you learn in photography at the beginning. That's it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed everything. I have no idea what you guys are gonna see next week. I'm gonna figure that out this weekend. If you liked this video, make sure that you go and hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to me already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and we will see you guys next week back here on the channel, where we are learning everything creative, filmmaking, photography, whatever. We're doing it here right now. Peace out.